Philadelphia's construction industry is being plagued by an underground economy of unscrupulous developers who cheat the city out of millions of dollars annually in unpaid license and permit fees, as well as payroll and city wage taxes. They cheat the city out of taxes by misclassifying workers as 1099 independent contractors and paying workers cash under the table. The problem exists nationwide, but is particularly bad in Philadelphia because we remain a hot real estate market for residential and commercial developers, many of which are from out of state. The Department of Licenses and Inspections is understaffed and simply cannot adequately police these rogue developers. These rogue developers also are compromising the safety of their workforce, nearby residents, and the prospective tenants of their construction projects. Within recent years, there's been a spike in dangerous building collapses on city construction sites. The majority of the implicated developers were found to be without permits and/or under-permitted. Our investigation and video evidence shows how the workers in the underground economy are being taken advantage of without any OSHA training or any type of safety training at all. There is no one on these job sites capable of protecting them.
Good evening. Yuki is off tonight. I'm Joe Holden.
And I'm Nicole Brewer in for Jessica Dean. Tonight, investigators are trying to figure out what brought that building down. Eyewitness News reporter Matt Petrillo has been following this story all day long. He joins us now live from Brewerytown with the latest. Matt?
Well, dozens of first responders came here making every effort to save that man, but they couldn't. And investigators tell us a second man is lucky to be alive after he was also in that building when it partially collapsed.
We have witnessed countless safety violations on these job sites. Workers wearing sneakers while trudging through nail-strewn construction debris. Workers inhaling silica dust without even a simple dust mask in place. Workers toiling in visible asbestos contamination. Men working on the opposite side of safety rails on the edge of a building.
A man is in critical condition after plunging from scaffolding in Point Breeze. Investigators say he was 2 or 3 stories up at the construction site on Wilder Street when he lost his footing. The man landed on a pile of bricks and hit his head. He was rushed to the hospital, and police are now investigating the incident.
Construction workers who are forced to toil in this dangerous underground economy have died. How many others have gone to the hospital without insurance coverage or skip going to the hospital for treatment because they don't have insurance? This isn't a union, non-union issue. It's a human, non-human issue.
We've reached out to the district attorney's office, and they are interested in these type of failures because if there were injury or death that would have occurred, there certainly would be a criminal investigation. Just because the developer or contractor got lucky and didn't kill or harm anyone doesn't make his intent any less egregious.
Construction workers in the city's underground economy are being paid nowhere near the established area wages. Benefits are also largely non-existent. There are construction foremen on electrical jobs making just $16 an hour with little to no benefits. The greedy owners and developers are cutting every imaginable corner to increase their profits on the backs of workers. Unfortunately, there are many people participating in this underground economy because they need to hide their identity for various reasons. They and the current flawed system in which they're operating are both to blame. The underground economy is a real problem in the city. The amount of revenue the city is losing annually due to uncollected license fees, permit fees, payroll taxes, and wage taxes is staggering. There have been studies done that show Philadelphia alone loses $25 to $30 million annually, and other studies show the country loses $450 billion to these tax evaders. Those developers who are the creators and active participants in the underground economy are guilty of crime.
This activity goes beyond building code enforcement. This goes into the criminal world.
If any one of us don't pay our taxes, will be fined and possibly sent to jail. Something needs to be done now because ignorance is not an excuse, and we can no longer ignore this increasingly dangerous and financially debilitating situation.